Bitcoin is mooning every influencer. It's like doing well, right? And let's talk about the market right now, because it looks very bullish, of course, and it is nice to see, right? I'm not gonna lie about that. Bitcoin is pumping a little bit right here, but you know what's also pumping? The Bitcoin dominance. And the Bitcoin dominance was in this downtrend for a couple of months, broke, retested, and now goes up. Pretty expected, you know, move right here. But how does it look for altcoins? Well, some altcoins are doing well. Some altcoins are just making lower lows after lower lows after lower lows. And I want to go over a couple of comments on the channel as well, because there are some exceptions. And also I want to talk about my game plan. So my game plan hasn't changed, done, right? What I'm doing, I'm buying $1,000 worth of Bitcoin from now until the halving, give or take. Then I have the dry powder to buy altcoins with that Bitcoin by then. Why? Will I miss the bottom on altcoins? Maybe, probably, who gives a fuck, right? We're not trying to time the bottom right here. What I'm trying to do is not buying an altcoin that, for example, DOT, I have that right here in my screen, right? From the top until where we are right now, it's down 92%. All right, so you could, of course, say like, hey, yeah, you know, if it's down already with 80%, you should buy it, right? The problem is from that 80%, it's now already down another 62%. So, you know, who knows how low this could go. From this, it could go down another, you know, 50%, puts it at $2 or so. That goes for every altcoin. Now, I'm not talking about the exceptions again right here, like Nakamoto Games, ripping the shit out of the crypto market, looking beautiful. But these are the ones that you don't see that often, right? You have a couple of these exceptions, like this one and Caspa, and I don't know. But overall, the market, the altcoin market, is still going down, right? This is the total 3, this is the overall altcoin market, and this is not making higher highs or whatever, and, you know, not even close. It's sitting quite near its bottom, right? So overall, altcoins are just going down. Now, my strategy is I'm buying Bitcoin, again, $1,000 every single week. That I can ride that into the bull market. If I do miss out on altcoins for some stupid reason, if I end up in a coma and I miss out, I'm gonna at least have my Bitcoin bull run, right? Which is fine. But as soon as Bitcoin starts ripping, altcoins usually bottom on their Bitcoin pair. So we do not have to buy altcoins on the dollar bottom. You can buy it on the Bitcoin bottom if you have Bitcoin. And that's so great about it, because you can now choose, how do you want to play it? Do you want to be fully in stables? It's fine, you have your dry powder, but you have a chance that you will miss out on the market, capo. Don't do that. You can also be fully in altcoins, but then you are only losing money since the last 2 years, basically. You can also choose to be only in Bitcoin. That's, you know, if you're only in Bitcoin, that's also fine, but still you have a chance of losing your money. It's your dry powder as well, of course, but still, if you're only in Bitcoin, you would have still been down 60%, right? That also sucks. What's best, in my opinion, is if you have some Bitcoin, some USDT or you know, whatever, on your bank, or, you know. It's also good to have some altcoins. Why? Well, it makes you feel a lot better when shit like this happens, right? If you have no altcoins at all and there will be a bounce, right, then you at least don't miss out. At least you do not feel like you miss out. Like with Matic, everybody was like, oh yeah, Matic went all the way down, 90% almost. Then it went all the way up 400%. That's a 5x. That makes people feel good, right? But these people forget that if you are just patient, like it's now already down 66% from there, and it's very likely to go back down to its bottom and maybe below, right? But the problem is it takes so long. From February until now, it's September, so half a year, it's slowly been fading down, right? And for people, it's quite hard in crypto to have patience, right? Because they feel like, well, crypto is the casino that you can just put your money in and make money overnight. Yeah, in the bull, it's good. But in this type of the market, it's a slow, boring bleed till, you know, it's death by 1,000 cuts. That's just what it is. So a lot of people, they look at these coins and they be like, oh man, I missed out so hard on this 5x. Let me buy here, right? If you just wait you can still buy it at a low price, right? But what I'm doing is, for example, I now look at a Matic, right? Great. But if I look at Matic Bitcoin, what do I see? Hey, it is sitting at the cycle lows, right? It's been as low as it was since over here, or even over here in May 2021, right? So if you have Bitcoin, you can now buy the low, right? And you can still ride it. You can buy the low. And if you wait longer, you can maybe buy even lower. So far, that's what's happening. And if you don't, if it does pump, fine, you have Bitcoin, you ride the wave. It's so simple, right? So again, put your emotions off with AVAX as well. Like the whole market is a little pumping right now, right? And that's great to see. But don't forget, AVAX just put in a low, right? Just a couple hours ago. It made a new low. Why? It's not a good project or something? No, it's a fine project. It is a good project, but it's just a market. This is how the market in general looks. People are really bullish on Illuvium. Well, Illuvium is sitting at the double bottom, basically. And if you take Illuvium on its Bitcoin pair, it just made a lower low a couple of months ago. Not too long ago, right? But everybody is bullish on Illuvium. It's a good project. Yeah, of course it is. But the price doesn't reflect the quality in a bear market, right? And some projects just pump. They don't give a shit, right? What makes it do that? Strong community. They got it the right product at the right timing, at the right whatever, right? But that doesn't keep going on forever, of course. So even a Nakamoto or a Kaspa or whatever, they will have serious bloody red days. And once the hype cools off, because Kaspa is a good project, I researched it a bit, and it's a good project, definitely. I like it. But it's a fuck ton of hype that makes sure that the price pumps, right? Because it's one of the few projects that pumps right now, and that makes everybody talks about it. But once it starts doing normal crypto stuff and also goes down, I wonder, will people be like, oh, let's buy the dip? Or will people be like, okay, maybe it's now time to finally take some profits. Let's like do normal. And like I made I don't know how many X, let's just take some profits for fuck's sake, right? And then it's a domino effect to the downside instead to the upside. Therefore, I'm not buying something that pumps that hard, right? So yeah, now my game plan, dollar costing into Bitcoin, right? Because the halving is coming in a couple of months. Well, yeah, in a couple of months, basically almost half a year. And so far after the halving, again, if you're new to this channel, welcome, subscribe, like, check out my OnlyFans. And I can't have an OnlyFans with this thing on my head, by the way. This is not herpes. What am I doing right here? Okay, after the halving, usually Bitcoin goes sideways, down for a couple of months, 1-2 months, and then the parabolic bull run starts. After this halving, I marked it off with the blue line, by the way. Also sideways for a couple of months, and then the bull run starts, right? So as crypto is very cyclical, I expect the same, right? Until the cycle doesn't play out no more, I start looking at it differently. But as the cycle is playing out exactly the same, I also expect exactly the same, basically, right? It's that easy. We're at the top, we hit the bottom. Pre-halving year, we went half the year up, half the year down, up a little bit, halving, bull market. We're at the top, we're at the bottom. Pre-halving year, half the year up, half the year down, up a little bit, halving, bull market. Top, bottom, pre-halving year, half of the year up. So what do I expect right now? Half of the year down, little up, halving, bull market. Like, because it is playing out exactly like this and exactly like this, I am not going to say like, hey guys, now it's going to be different. For not thinking that, I have been doing very well for the last year, right? And maybe someday I will be wrong, definitely. But as long as the charts show like, hey, we are doing this, then I'm going to go with that. And what does that say? Well, so far, don't buy altcoins yet, for example, right? The Bitcoin dominance is still in an uptrend, right? You can say whatever you want, but it's a beautiful uptrend as well. And for the noobs, the higher the Bitcoin dominance, the more fucked altcoins are, basically, right? You could say like, yeah, but if Bitcoin also pumps, then altcoins, yes, but they still go down on their Bitcoin pair, right? And if Bitcoin pumps, you have Bitcoin, you make money with your Bitcoin. If these altcoins go down on the Bitcoin pair, you can first make money with your Bitcoin, then buy the bottom on your altcoins and ride that altcoin bull market. It's so simple, right? So it was in this range for 2 years, broke out, retest, and now goes up. What, like, come on, here you go. Right, I expect this to go way higher. I have some good resistance here at this area still. Whenever it comes here, I don't expect it to go in up in a straight line. Although here it went down in a straight line as well, so it's not impossible, right? If it can go down that hard, it can go up that hard. It's very simple, but I don't expect it. But whenever the altcoin, the Bitcoin dominance is around, I think 57%, give or take, could wick a little bit towards 60, but 57 is my top, basically. I convert my Bitcoin into altcoins and then write what is this? Altcoin season, right? We could do this, and it's technically an alt season, yes, but it's not a big one, right? Big alt season was this, and this. I marked them off already. We had 3 big altcoin seasons in crypto. Changed my mind. I said it. That's it. And we have all these small fucking rallies right here, but this was an alt season. Well, basically 4 maybe. Ah, yeah, no, you can take this as one. From here to here, here to here, and from here to here. 3 big alt seasons is what we had in crypto so far. There will be another one. But I'm not talking about such a small move like here. I want to prepare for the big one. And the way you prepare is by having some Bitcoin as well, even though you don't like Bitcoin for some stupid reason. I don't know. Some people, they altcoin maxis, they be like, yeah, always be in altcoins. Well, in the bear market, it wrecks you, right? And in the sideways market, it wrecks you as well. In sideways market like now, you can better be in Bitcoin. USDT is a little risky if you're fully in dollars, like if you want to, you know, you don't want to miss out as well. But yeah, also what's really interesting, I've showed this before, but it's really interesting. Ooh, by the way, so this is the altcoin market, the total altcoin market, total 3. On its Bitcoin pair, basically. Since beginning this year, this has been going down. So since beginning this year, altcoins has finally been getting wrecked against Bitcoin, right? Altcoins were already getting wrecked since November, basically, but against Bitcoin, they were holding up. But Bitcoin went down, therefore altcoins went down. That's what it is. But now, Bitcoin went up, but altcoins still got wrecked. How? Well, because the altcoins went down on the Bitcoin pair. What would happen, do you think, if altcoins are down on the Bitcoin pair, but Bitcoin also goes down? That's what we haven't seen yet. It's what we have seen last time. And that's painful for altcoins, because that's what altcoins really get wrecked. Let me show you this. My ADHD is here. So what happened right here is this. Altcoins on their Bitcoin pair was here. Have been going down. Okay, wrecked. Here, for example, Bitcoin went up and altcoins went down on their Bitcoin pair. But altcoins on the dollar pair did very well over there, no problem. However, then what happened? From here, Bitcoin was 11, 12K, and it went all the way down to 5. So Bitcoin got wrecked for like 60%. But in the meantime, altcoins on the Bitcoin pair also went down extremely hard. So especially from June 2019 till September 2019, give or take, well, maybe even June till end of 2019, altcoins got wrecked. And that was exactly here. Look, June 2019 until basically the end of the year. What happened? You thought the altcoin bleeding was over. We hit the bottom, right? Altcoins got wrecked. They had a good pump, give it to you. But still, after that second pump, they still went down 70% from the top. Now it's a little harder to tell because we had the first leg down. But was this then the top that we can you know, say that this was? Because Bitcoin had a very obvious second top, right? This bear market. Bitcoin has been very clear. Bitcoin did this. Bitcoin went down from top to bottom, 77%, then went up 100% and is now going down. However, altcoins, was this the move? Really? This was a move of 40%. To put it in perspective, altcoins last cycle, from the bottom to the top, did a move of 260%. So if this 40% is it shows that altcoins have absolutely no strength. And this includes the Pepe hype, Caspa, for example, that's running, right? All these altcoins that everybody is so bullish about and put always in the comments like, oh, fuck you, you know, altcoins buying, look at this altcoin. It includes like that. And it still doesn't do shit. It's still in a downtrend. Altcoins here at least had some kind of a mini bull run, like you could say, right? Some mini bull market, 5x. Well, 4. Here, it just made a lower high. And high with a low high. That's it. Got rejected right again. And we're now at the downside of it. So I just wonder, like, okay, so when the second capitulation is coming for altcoins, like we had over here, this was a move down of, what was it, 70%. You don't want to know where that goes. You don't want to know, but you're going to know anyway. It went, I can't even fucking scroll that far. Here, 100 billion, give or take. That's this. Yeah, bro, if that happens, that's fucked up for altcoins. You know what that is? How much did altcoins go down here? 74%. So that's basically everything that altcoins have gone down so far in the bear market again. Could it happen? I don't know. Happened last time, so it's not impossible. But I don't think so because, very simple. Again, altcoins went up very hard right here. So they also went down very hard, right? Altcoins did not move like shit right here. So I also don't think they are going to go down that hard. But I do think they are going down. So, whatever. Be a little careful. And so many people, they still be like, but just dollar cost. Bro, please, I cannot make it more clear to you. One, you only dollar cost because you have FOMO. So shut your emotions off. Why do you want to DCA in an altcoin right now? I don't know. Check all these charts. Doesn't make sense. Buy Bitcoin right now and buy altcoins later with your Bitcoin. And two, you do not know if your altcoin is going to survive. That's the whole thing. A lot of altcoins from September 2019, nobody knows about them anymore. So that's a bit of a problem. So you don't know if they are going to survive. And you could say like, yeah, well, this altcoin is good. That's what people thought 4 years ago as well, right? And you can gamble on that. If you have it right, you have a lot more reward, of course. So yeah, they kind of, you know, I say, don't do this, do that. I don't want to sit here and tell you what to do. Do whatever you want, but this is what I'm doing. I don't want to take too much risk right now, right? Because some people, they keep on buying altcoins, which they think are good, but the price doesn't show it at all, right? Like, for example, an Arweave or something like that. Yeah, people have been buying this forever, right? Since $90. It's now $4. How long do you want to keep on dollar costing, right? At a certain point, maybe next bull run, it goes back to like 28 or so. You play, finally you play even. Well, that's what you did it for? Like stupid. Don't do that. You want to make profits. You don't want to throw your money away like that. Moonbeam as well. People giving me shit for talking about the fact that Moonbeam did nothing else than made people broke, right? Like, you can say whatever you want, but this thing is down 90. I can't even say this. Like, You do not know if your altcoin is going to end up like this. Although it had some badass pumps, right? This thing as well. Like Moonbeam, it pumped at a certain point 85% in a couple of weeks. Doesn't matter. It's still wrecked. Like, fuck this coin. It's not worth buying this, right? DOT as well, right? It had a big ass pump right here. Also 85%, but still wrecked, lower lows. And who knows, in a couple of months, we could say the same thing. We have a little bounce right now, everybody euphoric, and then get wrecked again, and it slowly just goes away, right? And you thought you were smart for just dollar costing every single dip. Therefore, you can better be in Bitcoin in case you do miss out, you ride the wave. And by the time there is an alt season, or, well, not really, but the market turns around, you can always look like, hey, this altcoin survived. This one survived. So let me get into that now. Did you miss the bottom? Probably. But maybe not even on the Bitcoin pair. You can still buy the bottom on the Bitcoin pair, right? Like, we are now here. I expected to go here. We're halfway there. And even if you did miss the bottom, who cares? You should not try to buy the bottom anyway. Doesn't matter. Rather miss the bottom a bit than buying into an altcoin that slowly bleeds to death. Yeah, that's my happy perspective on the market. Again, everybody is hating on it, but you can say whatever you want. It worked out perfectly over the last year, and I don't see anything that changed so far. So like the video if you like the video, liking the video. Check out the Patreon if you really want to make it with crypto. Then this is the place where you want to be. Really, there's a link down below in the comments, description, and yeah, I'm gonna leave it for here, guys. Take care.